everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I just got out of the theaters of watching the Lilo and Stitch live action reboot. I will admit, this was in my top 10 movies for this year, just because my family's been really excited for this movie. I have a really good friend of mine who is obsessed with Lilo and Stitch. So obviously, his excitement for it got me excited for it. And not gonna lie, I'm a bit disappointed. The movie, I got a lot of issues with it, got a lot of problems with it. But first, here on this channel, here when I review movies, I really don't want to come off like I hate things or I want to hate something. Because I think anyone who goes into a movie saying, I'm going to hate this, why you watch it? Why are you even why are you wasting any of your money on watching a film? You should go in wanting to like it, wanting to love it. And with Lilo and Stitch, I was really hoping this would be the first live action remake where I come out going, that was good. I think I did great. And I feel like Lilo and Stitch was pretty close. I would say it's probably my favorite of the, remakes. And that's only saying that only because I haven't watched all of them. Yet to watch Snow White that came out this year yet. And as well, it's been years. I was very young when those other ones came out. So I don't have a great memory of those originals, or not originals, sorry, remakes. And Lilo and Stitch, I think, was pretty close. But still, I don't think it really it doesn't do very well adapting that original film. I actually watched the original right before I went to watch it. And again, maybe that has some effect to it, but I wanted to appreciate what came before. And I really do think that original movie is one of those rare, perfect 10 out of 10 movies for me. It's amazing in its pacing. It does really well. And then the remake goes really sloppy with it. Doesn't do much of what that original did. And that's totally fine. I very appreciate some of the changes they did. They change a lot, by the way. The story is still point A to point B, the same story, but they've added a few things in, try to add a bit more emotions in. And I think the emotions were not that great. There was a few moments when largely the big thing they try to focus more on was a child service part of the film, of Lilo being taken away. And I feel like, when moments like that happen, it kind of felt emotional. I really like it. I also really like the soundtrack. I thought the soundtrack was really good. But I just feel like the story and the pacing of it all was just really messy. It felt like it was trying to be new, but it had to cram in those iconic moments, those great moments from the original. And because of that, it really did do well. I mean, number one, Stitch. We have to talk about pretty much, the second main character of this film. Or I guess he's the first, but I would even argue I think Lilo has more runtime or more screen time than Stitch does. I might be wrong on that. I definitely could be, but I do feel like Lilo has a lot more screen time than Stitch does, which is fine. Works well. Stitch's arc, and again, if you have seen the original film, you know what I'm talking about, is not very done well here. When he's getting to those moments where he's learning his lesson, you just kind of feel nothing. You're just like, okay, sure, I guess he thinks that way now. I guess he does this way now. And it just does not work for me very well. I don't think they build up a lot to that moment at all. I really feel like this movie just it just fails. But to go into some other positives I want to go more into, because I feel like I got distracted, because I do have a lot of problems with this film. I think the actors, for most part, did pretty good. I thought Nani was really great in this film. I thought, she did a really good job. I don't know all these actors' names, so I'm sorry if I'm not mentioning them. But, the actress for Nani was great. Peakley was really good. I'm really proud of that one. I think he did a really good job. Obviously, Lilo was great. Lilo and Stitch were amazing. They're both very casted well. I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed all of them in the movie. But Jumba, by far, I think the worst one. Even my family, who came out loving this, even one of them saying it's a 10 out of 10. It's better than the original. I disagree, but hey, opinions are opinions. We gotta respect them. And that's totally fine. But I think all of us did kind of agree. Jumbo just was not it. His voice it just felt so weird. That was a terrible miscast right there. And also, speaking about Jumbo, I think they kind of butchered his character. If you don't know this, Gontu, the big shark guy, the big shark guy from the original film, who is pretty much kind of like the main villain, uh, is not even in this movie, not even mentioned, not even referenced. It's Jumba. Jumba is the villain of this film, and I don't think it works. It really doesn't. I don't think he's not a really good villain. I really do think what happened here, they just kind of made a watered down version of Lilo and Stitch, and I really don't like that. I'm very sorry to say I really don't like this. I really do think that first movie being so animated so well, that one just felt to me more emotional. It made sense. There just wasn't moments where I was like, what do you mean? There was a moment in the end with some water and Stitch. If you've seen the movie, you know what I mean. There was a line of, sorry, I don't have time to do that right now. And the whole time I was like, what do you mean? You have all the time to do that. You just did this one person go do the other person. And it just, you could tell they needed this thing in the very end of the film to happen and scare some people, and it just didn't work for me. It just felt too contrived. I think this whole movie, just story wise and pacing, it does not work well. Directing, I thought there were some nice shots in here, but I think the camera work was just kind of dull. Just not that very interesting. I think, it's just fine. It's just very fine. I think the changes it did, some of them were okay, some of them just were, why even do it at all? But personally, I still think this is not a very good movie. It's okay movie. It's very fun. And I want to say this also too is a lot of my audience, in our theater was pretty packed, was mostly young kids, and that's what people. That's the audience that are going to watch this movie is mostly young kids and a few of us who are a bit older who have nostalgia and love for that original. I think those people, those kids, are going to come out loving this film, even if they haven't even seen the original yet. I think are gonna come out really loving it. And I think anyone who's like, hey, should I take my kid, should I take my sibling or whatever to go watch this film? You should. They're gonna love it. They're gonna have fun. Stitch is very funny. He's cute. There's not anything too bad in there. It's just a fun film. But as someone who loves movies and all that, I just don't think this one landed for me. I think it's pretty weak. I just didn't have much enjoyment at all. But that's just me. Here is my letterbox score. I gave it 3 stars. Oh, I will say this, and maybe some people disagree with me. I personally would watch the Minecraft movie over this one, and that's just me. I'd rather watch that movie. Anyways, that's gonna be all for today's review of Lilo and Stitch. I want to know what you guys thought. Did you really enjoy it? Did you not like it? What were your problems? What were things you liked more? And do you think it's better than the original? It's not an opinion I've ever heard. I heard it from one person. You know who you are for watching. You know who you are. Um, but I want to hear everyone else's thoughts. Do you agree with that? Do you think it's better? Do you think it does? What are your opinions on this film? Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Friday, I should have a very special video coming out. It's something I've been working hard a lot on the last, I want to say maybe probably last week. I don't know. I've been working pretty hard on planning all this out, and I've had a lot of excitement from people who I've told about and showed about. So can't wait to show you guys what I have planned on Friday. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye-bye.